What got me is that Penny knew her friends were trash. She just kept going back to them.
It's times like this that you discover who your real friends are.
If it wasn't for Tony,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm back with another Proud Family character analysis video. This is going to be about Penny, but her friends, and how, is it me, or I feel like in recent time, over the last 20 years, when it comes to animated cartoons and the lessons and gags or different friendships and different scenarios you can think about, Penny, Proud, had the worst friends ever.
Okay.
Now, this has been a constant thing, a constant comment I got on my channel when I do different videos of Penny with different topics. One of the main things that will come up, one of the main things that come up in the reboot, even I've seen people discussing it on Twitter. It even went viral recently. People talking about how Penny had the worst friends. Friends were terrible, backstabbers. They would turn on her the drop of a hat.
You're on your own, Proud. Dijonay, since you outed them, I'm good, Penny.
But y'all know me, I like to dig deeper into that, because if y'all didn't know by now, I take Proud Family episodes, Proud Family character analyses, right? But I relate it to real life because, like I always say, the Proud Family was based on realism, based on real things. They create the show, they create the scenarios, they create the gags of a real life experiences. I'm pretty sure we all have friendships throughout our years, right? The ups, the downs, the merry-go-rounds, and the effects that could have on us. Now, to be transparent about it, Penny is not the perfect character either. She's the main protagonist of the Proud Family. We know that, right? She wasn't always the best friend per se, right? She didn't always make the best decisions. But all in all, I feel like most of us can relate to Penny, where we were humble. We always tried to see the best in people, even when they kept disappointing us over and over and over again.
I can't believe I have such fake friends!
Penny, her main friend group consisted of Dijonay, Zoe, Sticky, and LaCienega. LaCienega fell into the frenemy category. And even in the reboot, you had the added characters Maya and KG. KG is cool, he do his own thing, you know. But Maya, soon as she met Penny, she had an attitude. And I talked about this in her video.
She just will say.
Let's talk about Dijonay, for example. Any chance Dijonay could get to throw Penny under the bus, she did it. To go behind her back, she did it. If it would benefit Dijonay and Penny got the short end of the stick, so be it. Dijonay didn't care. Dijonay was selfish. They were best friends. But in many ways, Dijonay benefited the most. It wasn't a reciprocal relationship.
No, I don't know her, but she does look like somebody's backstabbing friend. You know, Dijonay, you always do this to me. You always take advantage of me, and I'm not gonna be cool about it anymore.
We want to see the good in people. And this is why they constantly had this in the show, because it creates conflict. Everything, every friendship is not going to be perfect, because where's the conflict? Where's the plot? There's no show with that, right? So then you got this relationship with Penny and Dijonay, where Penny was doing the heavy lifting. And Dijonay was just like festering off her. She was just leeching off of her, was just taking advantage of her. Key moments when she tricked Penny into babysitting her 7 or 8 brothers and sisters while she snuck out to go to a concert they both agreed to stay home for.
Why don't we babysit at my house? Okay, no, it'll be faster if I go by myself. I'll be back before you can say duh. Ow! I told you to duck. Hey guys, Dijonay? What are you doing here? I can't believe Dijonay left me with baby's kids all by myself.
Or even when she helped spread rumors about Penny kissing Myron, who was like the black nerd of the show in the original series. You're supposed to be her best friend. You're supposed to be helping to protect her from these rumors. Just because she had some type of radio gossip show at the school, she didn't care how it affected Penny. She just cared about getting ratings, getting views, or getting attention for her show. If Penny got to be subjected to some backlash or some oohs and ahs and stares as she walked down the hallway, so be it. I'm getting attention for my radio show. I'm getting attention for the situation. She would use Penny's situations or use different things going on with Penny against her for her own benefit.
Penny Forehead Proud was locked in a room with Myron Lewinsky at a rowdy sleepover. What's going on? Don't try to play me. How could you do this to me? Start a rumor like that.
And it's kind of like you gotta watch out for people like that. In real life, you have those friends that be with you, they hang out with you all the time, but they secretly praying for your downfall because they know that your downfall is going to be their come up.
Trust me, I know that.
Another key episode I want to bring up is the party episode where LaCienega and her end up having their party at the same time, the same night. And you know, they live right across the street from each other, right? Sticky's included, Dijonay, Zoey, all of them said, okay, whatever, we still gonna go to Penny's party. They acted like they was gonna come to her party and they snuck across the street to LaCienega's party.
Bam! Because I'll be hosting my party that night. You can't have your party on the same night. Oh, but I can, Proud. Don't worry, Penny, I'm with you.
Yeah, me too, Penny.
And you know I'll be there for you. Where are you going? I thought you were coming to my party.
Speaking of LaCienega, she is, like I said, a frenemy. Like a friend/enemy. Y'all always hanging out together, but y'all really don't like each other. But when you think about it, it's more from LaCienega's side. They just hang around each other because Dijonay is that common denominator friend they have. Penny doesn't have a problem with LaCienega. LaCienega has some type of underlying issues with her. And how many of y'all ever experienced that? You know, mostly I feel like this happens with a lot of girls in high school or middle school, but maybe even in some guy groups or even those groups where it's like guys and girls that are like a friend group where you're friends with somebody, but they're friends with somebody else that you don't really click with. But because y'all both share that same friend in common, y'all gotta hang around each other. It might be awkward, it may be a little tension, and it's just like,
Hey, Pinhead. Who invited her? LaCienega?
As they call it in the show, being fake, they knew LaCienega was fake. They knew Dijonay was fake. Even Sugar Mama knew her friends were fake.
And you know all your two-faced friends they over there.
Don't worry, Penny.
You don't need them anyway. Especially that little Dijon girl. She's faker than your fake friends.
And Zoey, another one, I brought it up in her video. She just blew whichever way the wind blew. If it blew east, she went that way. If it blew south, she went that way. And when she got a chance to be shallow, she was shallow too.
Zoe, I know you'll help me. The old Zoe would have, but the new popular and shallow Zoe could care less.
And when it comes to who was her most reliable friend, Sticky's name came up a lot, especially when I did his video. But sometimes he wasn't always the best to her. Remember when he joined the bullies, the Altos, and he was helping them steal their money? I guess Kiwi looking for Penny's real friends too. Each of them would do her wrong in their own way whenever an opportunity came up to do so. My question to y'all is, why do y'all think the producers and writers decided to make this a running gag in the show with how terrible Penny is treated by her own friends? And not to mention the times when they would just bully her, just say little jokes, crack jokes on her just because they could.
Your name should be changed from Penny to P-Nanny.
Pathetic. Leave me alone.
And we all know joking is fun. It is what it is. We all crack jokes on our friends. Everything is not just like perfect. You know, part of being friends with somebody is being able to have a sense of humor. But when you're the ostracized one out, where everybody's laughing at you, you're the butt of the joke, it's kind of like, damn, am I really your friend or just the laughing stock of the group? And talking about friendships in real life, I did a podcast episode on this about 2 years ago, and I wanted to bring this into real life. And let's discuss this. What do y'all think is a true friend? Think about the people in your life. Think about the friendships you had over time. Do you still have those friends you had 5, 10, 15 years ago? And like I even said, when we were in school, right? Were these your real friends, or were they friends because you were forced to see them 5 days out the week? Even your co-workers you consider friends. Are they your real friends, or are you friends because you see them every other shift? You know, think about it like that. And like I said, when it came to Penny and Dijonay, if one friend is benefiting more than the other, then that's a toxic relationship. That's a toxic friendship. If being friends with somebody weighs on your mental health and you just deal with them just because you're familiar with them, sometimes you gotta realize when it's time to cut people off.
Either you're my friend or you're not. I'm sorry, Penny.
Oh, I'm so tired of y'all. What's her problem?
In some instances, we tend to stick with people in situations that we're familiar with, whether it's that toxic friend or that toxic job. You're familiar with it, you're used to it, so you just deal with it. You roll with it. But there's always someone or something out there better for you. And something we also got to realize is that all friendships are not meant to last forever. How many of y'all got the same amount of friends you had when y'all were in middle school or high school? How many of those friends did you see when you graduated? How many of those friends do you still keep in contact with? Not even with just Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, seeing a post, liking it. The most interaction I get with some people I went to high school with or some friends I thought I had was them liking my posts, them viewing my story. But as far as interaction or hanging out or calling them, it's been years. And like I said, was it the institution of the school, the institution of the workplace that made us get closer, that made us hang out and do this and do that? But when that's over, we're not forced to see each other 4 or 5 times out the week. How would that friendship play out? How authentic was that friendship? How many of us thought we had friends? We had bonds and connections to people, and they did us wrong. Sometimes you may have made up, you may have forgiven them, and then they disappointed you again. Days later, months later, maybe even hours later.
Oh my God.
With Penny and the whole Proud Family universe, I feel like this is a case of just hanging out with friends that can be toxic just because you're familiar with them. Being as nice and forgiving as Penny has been shown to be in the original and even in the reboot, that's just a recipe for her to get taken advantage of again and again and again. Which is why this has been a constant gag on the show over the last 22 years. I just want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about this whole situation with Penny having the worst friends? Why do you think they made that a constant running gag on the show? And if you had to pick any of her friends, anybody, who do you think is the most reliable friend she has?
We're sorry, Penny. We didn't mean to hurt your feelings. We love you, Penny.
And in regards to real friendships and society as a whole, why do you think a lot of people tend to stick to friendships that are toxic, like Penny does in the show? Please let me know your thoughts down below. I cannot wait to read your comments, interact with y'all, because this has been an ongoing conversation. Now that I'm making this the main topic, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all gonna have a lot to say, and I can't wait to see what they do with season 3, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some more episodes where Penny is shown having trash ass friends. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.